What's up? Welcome back to the channel. So I'm going to tell you guys which astrology books that I'm really digging right now that are in my collection. And I swear like I'm buying books every other week. I promise you I am. So here we go. Here's some of the things that I'm reading. Let me know what's on your list. And I will also link the first video, the first astrology book haul video situation that I did beforehand. So the first one, y'all, you already know Astro D's The ABCs of Astrology. I love this book. This book is so great for beginners, super easy to follow. She, like me, wants you to be your own astrologer, okay? So you can read your own stuff. Love this color, just love the whole situation. But this whole book, it breaks down, okay, let's see. It'll tell you about Aquarius, okay? It'll tell you the Aquarius, the water bearer, the duality, it's masculine, the quality, it's fixed, the element, it's water. She tells you what it's about. She tells you which parts of the body it rules, okay? Which foods and herbs, baby, all right? Foods and herbs, all right? And how to implement things and how to actually utilize the energy. She also talks about the houses, the different systems. This is a really great comprehensive first book. If you need a book that's a beginner, that's easy to read, easy to follow, get this book, okay? She breaks down the houses as well, and she gives you what all that is. So congratulations, Astro D's, okay? Miss Mack, go ahead and get her book, ABCs of Astrology. It's a great book. And she also gives examples of people's charts. She does Whitney Houston's chart and somebody else, and she tells you about the moon and the moon cycles. Okay, very comprehensive, a lot of information. So that's the first book. Now the second book, that one, baby. The Astrological Guide to Self-Care, okay? I'm a Cancer rising, and I'm very much into self-care. I'm very much into taking care of what you got going on, because that's why I think we're here. We're here to make sure that we're good. Now, this book gives you all kinds of things that you can do, activities to move your energy around in a great way. So every time you hear me say something about like the sixth house, you know, if you have water on the sixth house, you can do something with water therapy. So that would be like self-care for Cancer. So if you have Cancer on the sixth house, you can literally go here and check it out and see like, okay, what can I do? Okay, what kind of stuff can I add into my routine that will help me? So I really love this book. It tells you a little bit about yourself. Okay, she do a little light read on you, all right, honey? Don't get your feelings hurt. She be like, you be doing this, this, and this, and you don't need to be doing all of that. And she'll tell you like Virgo and self-care success. So how you can be successful in your self-care. I really, really love this book. It's a great one. So now, another book, go-to book, and I've been talking about this for quite a while now, and I keep telling you guys, it's the Rulership book. The Rulership book by Riske Bills, okay? This book it breaks everything down. It tells you what all different things are ruled by which planet, okay, which house, which sign, which energy, all that kind of stuff. So, like for instance, it says, lavishness is ruled by Jupiter and Venus, okay? So you would look at that and you could see that it's ruled by that. This is a great way. So like lifting is ruled by Neptune, all right? Lilacs are ruled by Mercury. So all of these things are really, really interesting, and you guys can go in there and dive in there. Like it'll tell you about Neptune and all the things that Neptune rules, and you know, all of that kind of stuff. And this is how you get really specific with your readings or your transits and things like this. I really, really love this book so much. This is a great book for all my healers, astrologers, people who are just enthusiasts. Great something to have in your collection. So yes, honey. All right. And this book, honey, these two books, but this book. So medical astrology for health practitioners. All right. I really am into taking care of yourself. I really feel like the universe has everything down here. God put everything on the earth for us to utilize so we can heal ourselves, and it'll give us tips for each one. So for instance, it'll say Gemini Sun, medical tips for healers. The vital force strongly infuses body zone number 3, the peripheral nerves, speech centers, bronchial tubes, upper lungs, shoulders, arms, and hands. The sign also governs the capillaries. Continual attention should be paid to strengthen the respiratory organs. So this will tell you all about that kind of stuff. So yeah, I really think this is a great resource. And then this is medical astrology in action. So this is when transits are happening, right? Which happen every single day, all day. And you basically will see like, okay, if Mars is in fire, this is what's prone to happen, right? The transit is prone to accidents to the head and the eyes, premature ejaculation, mania, rages, high fever, brain fever, meningitis, conjunctivitis, shooting pains in the head, eyes, and upper teeth. So it'll like literally tell you when something is transiting. These are some of the things that you could be looking out for health-wise. I know y'all gonna be like, what? Says how? I said, I know, I feel y'all. It's a lie. It's so many things that we really could be discussing. Now, let me put you on to another. I only have a few more, and I have way more books, but I'm telling you, I'll do another one if you guys want me to. But here we go. So discover the aspect pattern in your birth chart, because it's all about patterns, right? It's about seeing it over and over and over and over again. This is how you can become good at predicting stuff. This is how you can become good at reading charts. It's just seeing the same thing over and over again. So it'll tell you how to recognize a pattern. So it'll tell you about stelliums. It'll tell you about T-squares, grand crosses, the kite, the yod, okay? For people who really want to get into the aspects. It'll tell you about stellium through the houses, all right? I'm gonna do my own video series definitely on that, so this is gonna be really exciting. Research, and it'll tell you about, it says counseling the individual with the T pattern square, so this is good for people who love to counsel and social work and things like that. So you could see the, you know, the frustration and challenges that that person might come up against. So it has a lot of different, things, and it'll tell you about the apex planet, okay, meaning the major planet that's affected, the leading planet that's affected in a yod or something like that, okay, and which element you're dominant, stuff like that. So this is really, really great. It says read your birth chart with confidence using these guides and 100+ chart examples. So boom, this is really good. Aspects, discover the aspect patterns, okay, so this is a good one. Then I have 2 more. This is the complete book of Predictive Astrology, okay? You can start predicting stuff. Yes, it's the ultimate guide to predicting things. All right, this is for your, like the transits, right? Jupiter transits 1 year, Saturn 2.5 years, right? So you know which energies you're working with for how long. Uranus is 7 years, Neptune is 14 years, and Pluto is 21 years. So you know what you're dealing with, okay? They also give you a breakdown of, you know, different people. They tell you about aspects. It says Saturn hard aspects. It'll talk about the conjunction, the square, the semi-square, the opposition, and the sextiquadrant. Okay, so it'll tell you about Saturn in the houses. It'll tell you about Uranus in the houses. And so it'll give you the way that it predicts it. Like if Jupiter is coming to your first house, it's going to talk about, okay, so these are some of the things that you should be expecting, you know, just like you see people on the internet predicting things. So this is a great way to really get into that. It also talks about when you're, you know, when the moon is changing and when the sun is changing and when Mercury is changing and when things and energies are going to be flowing into your reality and what you'll be thinking and leaning towards. And now lastly, one more baby. It says, navigating the financial universe. Yes. Okay. So this is about it'll tell you about the past examples about how money was in the past, how it is currently, and how it might be in the future. So this is a great way to really get into some financial things when it comes to astrology, because you really can see what some of the cyclical financial patterns might be, or you might be able to get ahead of the game and do some investment and stuff like that, especially for people who are really savvy in that area and very curious and just want to know how to further stretch their money, okay, and see. So yeah, this is cool. It's about provisions, experience, investments, you know, and it'll just give you different breakdowns, okay? And she goes all the way up to 2025, I think. And she talks about Neptune in Capricorn. She talks about Neptune in Sagittarius. She talks about Neptune in generation. So she'll talk about generational planets and how much money moves throughout there. And this is a book that I'm excited to dive even more into, because this is the book that I know the least about in this set of books, but I had to tell you guys about it now because next year is a year for all of us. Boom! So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!